Alright guys, back with another smoke video. I had already done Nuke Smokes, but when I went back and saw what I had listed for you guys, there's a couple things I messed up and a couple things I forgot. So just want to go over that again, kind of do it up better. So I guess the first thing is when you're coming out of spawn, good habit to get into is just to always pop the glass up here. Just bust it out because a bunch of the nades for the upper bomb site are thrown from there. So good habit to get into, just bust those so that later in the round when you want to exec on that upper bomb site, you don't have to telegraph it by having to pop that glass. So if you're doing a vent rush, what you can do, whoever the first spawn is, come in and just kind of throw a nade like right at the corner of this sign as you're going, and that should pop the door and the vent, and that kind of allows whoever the second dude is should be holding a smoke, and the vent is here and the doorway for Mini is right there. So if you just kind of like throw in the middle, that'll smoke Mini on the fly, and you should be able to get down the vent fairly quickly. Maybe you can have like one guy maybe throwing flashes in over the top here, so that you don't get blind, but pretty good smoke, like smoke nade combo, especially for like a vent rush. If you want to get out hut, especially like mid to late round, or mid round I guess, hut can be kind of tough because you can have a guy playing here that's got an angle on you. You can have a guy playing on the rafters that's got like a really good angle on you. Like this is super hard to clear. The dude Heaven can be up here, I guess, holding something like this, or if he's holding in here. So there's just a bunch of places they can be. What you can do is come kind of in the middle of the A like this, and what I like to do is go left and right until this line here lines up with this wall. And there's kind of like a dot here. Can be kind of hard to see, but it's like pretty much in the middle of this cement wall. And just like left click a throw. And what it'll do is smoke this hut so that you can get out with flashes or stuff from your teammates. You can bust out of here and like clear these guys without them kind of pile driving you from above. You can throw a flash from the same spot that'll like one bounce and get out there, so pretty good pop flash that'll hit these guys if they're like staring at that. So if you come over to ramp, this second tile, if you're fighting this guy that's down here, or he's here, like the couple of different angles he can play, if you can flash that guy off or like jump by him or something and get over here, this second tile here, just kind of like in the middle, the lineup's like kind of in between these two rows of white lights, just like kind of in the middle. If you just like take one step and left click a throw, messed it up. You gotta be more, I guess, towards that first line, but it should bounce clear of the door. And if we look at it from the side, what that does is smoke this guy off, but it allows you to get out through here so that you can fight these dudes, whether he's here, it kind of smokes off headshot too, so, if there's a big boost or wherever without having to deal with that guy. So if this is smoked here, what you can do is come up over the top and throw Molotovs like that. Maybe it's gonna bounce behind him. That was kind of crazy, but just something that'll flush that guy out, force him one side or the other, make it a little bit easier to take ramp. If we're going back outside, smokes, stuff for the A bomb site, and actually, if you come up on here, there is one set of nades that require the back windows busted, so I like to just jump up here. You can go from there to there, up here, or like have a teammate boost you or something, and you kind of have to like jump and bust that window out. Should be busted, but you gotta actually hit it. And what you can do is throw a couple of different nade sets. The first one, if you come here, you can smoke heaven, right side of this, and you go left of this beam and right of this one and up where it start, kind of in the middle. Just left click a throw, that'll smoke heaven. And then if you want to throw a good pop flash, you come right over to the here, which is like the second one in, right on this beam, and just left click a throw. And that's a good pop flash for like top of hut. And if you can see, this smoke came in through this back vent, this back window here, and smoked there. So a couple other things you can do from the roof here. This is a smoke for squeaky, for like vent drops. You come to this line here on the back side of it. I guess it actually should be up a little bit more. And your lineup's going to be the left side of this and the height of this one. So come up like that, left click, and it'll bounce twice. 1, 2, and land here, so that, you know, so long as you clear this, you can pretty much get down vent. And I'll show you a way to clear that guy. First though, I'll show you a smoke for mini. So if you come in this corner and you line up in this little notch right here, right in the corner of it, and you go straight out. Okay, if you just press and hold S to bring yourself back to this other corner, and then left click the smoke, it should go through that other set of windows that we busted, and it'll land right in mini. So that'll smoke that off. And then the last set of things you can do, there's a couple of good flashes you can throw and a good Molotov for hut. So if you come on top of this like little AC unit and come to the back to this little lineup right here, like this piece, and you know, off of this sidewall here, you can throw flashes that are going to bank in, and then you can throw flashes off this side that are going to do the same. And so if you look, like, those are really good flashes that are going to blind pretty much anybody in this site. And from the same spot, you can throw a Molotov. I like to line up like right here, and it's just a run throw. And that clears all of hut. That will hit this, like if this dude's standing right here, like he's gonna get blind by that. And yeah, see, I actually killed myself. I'll put God mode on. But yeah, so that'll kill you there. The only thing it doesn't get is this dude, if this guy's standing like up here. So just kind of be conscious of that. And then I guess the other important thing is wall smokes outside. And I guess before I do that, there's actually 2 more smokes I'll show you. So this is a combo smoke, so you can smoke big garage. So if you come up on this blue box, and you know, which you can go up there and then jump down on, come in this corner and aim at this nut up here, and just left click a throw. I'll smoke big garage, so that like anybody playing in here, you know, if there's an opper that's trying to peek you here, or if you have a rifle that's like playing back here watching mini, that'll cover that off for you. And then the other smoke that you can throw that I think combo's good with that is if you come right here and you line up in the middle of this, you go in the center of this AC unit, so like line up with that nut, and then your height is this little piece here. So if you go up, kind of like that, and left click. This one's kind of tough. I always mess it up. So like that one, I threw that was too far. So if we try again, we can come out here, line this up. So that one's too low, so I need to go a little bit higher. Like that. Yeah, so that's a good one. Okay, so I guess what you can do, this requires classic view models, but if you look at where your hand is with the smoke, you'll notice like the knuckle, or I guess the little notch between your index and your middle finger is gonna like line up on this line here for the height. So if you go up like kind of like that, see how there's like notch there. So see if we can replicate that. That one I threw was too far to the left, but you get the idea. You know, something like this. Maybe. There. It's kind of a tough smoke, but you get the hang of it. And then the last 3 smokes are the wall smokes for outside. The first one's going to be a cross smoke that allow you to get behind red. You're going to want to aim up here where this T is, and you're going to want to line yourself up on this line for the smokes, and it's a run throw, so you'll want to let go of the smoke when you run past where the solid shadow ends and the fence shadow starts, just like that. So that'll let you get across. Just be careful if anybody push close here. That'll let you get behind red. And the wall smokes outside, I try to find smokes that didn't require like jump throws or run throws or anything like that. So it'd just be easier for you guys. So the first one, which I believe is the close wall, you come here to the corner of this, and the lineup is like off of this thing. You go up until the height of the light about. So it's like up here like this, and then left click throw. And that should be the close wall. And then the far wall is gonna be, you know, like where this ends here, this shiny metal piece. So you're not like on the actual pipe, and you're not on the wall. You're on like the little piece in the middle. And then you're gonna aim above this little like holder here for this pipe. The second wire up, and on the pole. So left click there. That's gonna smoke that, and there's not really a gap on the backside. And then if you come here, so I'll try and show this like all together for you guys. Come like this, throw. Come here. And then obviously you want to throw your cross smoke, but this one I threw a little bit too high, so there's a slight gap there, but if you just throw it a little bit lower, you can get across without any gap. And yeah, that's Nuke Smokes for you guys. I think I showed everything, so